Hello everyone, Eric here from Bloat Games. Just wanted to give a quick shout out and kind of a mini review to a new OSR retro clone that I ran across um, that really I'm in love with. This may be my favorite of all the retro clones. It's called White Box, the Fantastic Medieval Adventure Game. Um, it's by Seattle Hill Games. It is based off of the Swords and Wizardry White Box rules, but it's put together in a way as such that um, that the organization and the simplicity, that the way the rules are written, they're easy to read, easy to understand, easy to follow. It was put together. The guy who did, and he credits himself with a little writing. Charlie Mason was able to put it together. We have all the interior art on this book is all done by William McAusland, and then James West did the character sheet. Like I said, it's completely compatible with the Swords and Wizardry White Box, which of course was by Matt Finch and Marv Verg. But I also wanted to highlight that if you look around, there's a variety of covers you can find for it. This red one right here that I got, the cover is by Eric Lofgren. It was print on demand from drivethrurpg.com. This is my favorite of the ones that I've got. I've got a couple different versions of it. I picked some up really to give to friends, but the pages are white and crisp. The backing is really really firm. The binding's really secure. Feels like it's going to stay together. Also got the kind of original white box based one. And this one came from Lulu, and the everything about it is pretty nice. I really like the old school throwback cover. However, also for my gaming group, I got Lulu had the cover, the Eric Lofgren cover, the dragon cover available, and so I went ahead and picked up like 5 copies of that. And the one thing I didn't like about the Lulu version is it came on a cream colored paper. I don't have one here to show you, but the paper just, the cream color didn't make the writing pop, didn't make the fonts pop as much. Also, the binding for the Lulu ones don't seem to be as well done as the binding for the drive-through RPG ones. So that's just something to keep in mind. I think that the costs for these is, depending on which site you go to, there was a little discrepancy. Some of them had the price as $5.99, and some of them had the price as $4.99. So when you look into that, definitely well worth it. You can play. I mean, this right here, just with this one book, this is a complete gaming system. You can play old D&D with it, and never need to reach for another book. It's got all the rules you need, and it includes ascending and descending armor class. So if you're one of the people who love Thaco, by all means you can have your Thaco, and each thing in here is listed with Thaco and also with Ascending Armor class. I personally prefer Ascending Armor class. I think Thaco is kind of counterintuitive, but to each their own. It comes with the full glossary of spells. One good thing that they do in here is they have, kind of a for each rule that they put in there, they'll also put in what most people would consider house rules as an optional rule. Like, hey, you might try this, this has worked, but it definitely says over and over that this is your game, play it how you want it played. It does include a mini Monstrous manual, which has basically everything you're going to need to get started. You may want to pick up. I know Swords and Wizardry has like a full Monstrous Compendium that you can grab. But I mean, this will get you going. The and like I said again, the way that it's laid out, the ease of the rules. There's not a lot of power creep in this. You know, for your it has the standard attributes that everyone's familiar with. But for your attributes, the most you can get as far as bonuses would go would be a +1. So if you have a like say a strength of 15 through 18, you get a +1. 7 through 14 is considered normal, so you don't get any bonus. And then if you have 3 to 6, you get -1. So there's not a huge power creep. Also in here laid out, it does say that the original game had all weapons doing 1d6. So whether you're using a long sword or a dagger, 1d6 for damage. But then they do list out in the weapons table an optional kind of house rule that does change up the damage quite a bit, which is something that I like that I would like to stick with. Again, this is just kind of my overall feeling. I may sit down and do a full out review of this game. I really just wanted to get this out there and let people know about it. I'm not sure how many people are aware that it's out there. I have several of the retro clones. I'm working on my own retro clone here where, it's D&D in the future with zombies. Who doesn't love that? But, this game, the white box game, is well worth it. And in fact, it made me start thinking and wanting to rewrite some of the stuff that I'd already done for my own game. So again, it's white box, a fantastic medieval adventure game. I highly recommend that you pick it up. It's by Seattle Hill Games, and written and laid out by Charlie Mason. So there you have it. Thank you for watching, and click subscribe.